Hello.
Hello, Chelsea. There I am. Now I'm in the picture. All right, you guys, if you have, today we'll need, we're going to be using step, a bench, couch, an ottoman, anything like that. We're going to do some hip flexor stretches. So if you are not close to a couch or a chair or something that you can put your foot up on, then run and grab that now. You can even use a stack of pillows, anything like that. And then we will get started. I'm gonna take my shoes off. All right, I think we have everybody here that is coming. Yes, we do. All right, so let's start out in a kneeling position. Move this up just a tiny bit. All right, start out in a kneeling position. Find which direction I want to go here. And we're gonna come down to all fours to start out with. Okay? So knees are just a little bit wider than hip width apart. Hands are right underneath your shoulders here. And I want you to round your back up. Take a big inhale and then exhale and arch out. Look up towards the ceiling. Inhale in and exhale. Do a couple more. And then come back to a neutral spine. So just stop there, right in the center. And now we're gonna take our left arm and our right leg and extend it out. So you're in your bird dog here. So extend straight out and just hold. Bring it in. And now switch sides. Extend straight out and hold. And bring it in, other side. Out, squeeze, hold. Other side. Just kind of trying to get everything to connect here and wake up. Other side, now give me 2 pulses in. So knee to elbow, pulse, pulse, extend out, drop it down. Other side, extend out, knee to elbow, pulse, pulse, extend out. Now do 1 more on each side. Extend it out, knee to elbow, pulse, pulse, extend, drop down. Other side. Extend out, knee to elbow, pulse, pulse, extend out, and drop down. Okay, stay here in this position. Take your left hand and tuck it behind your ear. And you're just gonna take your elbow to your forearm on your right side. And then open up, and then back down. Turn, elbow to forearm, and then open up. Just so rotation there through the spine. And open up. Maybe 1 more. And open up. Now take that left arm, extend it straight up in the air, and you're gonna feed it through, so threading the needle. Drop your left shoulder to the floor, head and shoulder to the floor. Take that right arm and just push into the floor to try and push you back onto that shoulder a little bit more and get a little deeper into that. Bring it up. Look up towards the hand, all the way. And again, thread it through, drop the shoulder, push with the right hand, push yourself back. 1 more time, bring it all the way up and down, thread it through, drop the head and shoulder, try to push it back a little bit further, maybe this time. And bring it back to the center. Okay, so now let's go to the right side. Take the right hand behind your ear, and you're gonna take your elbow to your forearm, and then take that elbow to the ceiling. And then elbow to forearm, and elbow to ceiling. So nice rotation there. Elbow to forearm, and elbow to ceiling. Okay, so now extend the arm straight up, and rotate it through. Drop the shoulder, and now you're gonna take that left hand and just push yourself back there. And bring it up. Rotate that hand all the way back up to the ceiling. And thread it through. And push it all the way through, drop the shoulder and the head, push back with your left hand. Get a little deeper into that stretch. Oh my goodness, that feels so good. One more time. Open it up. Some good rotation. And feed it all the way through. Push back even a little further. And bring it back to the center. Nice job. All right. Okay, let's work on those hip flexors. So let's go with the left leg up and the right, so the right leg is down. I'm gonna start out in this position, okay, half kneeling position, starting here. So I want you to work on that pelvic tilt first. So take your hands, okay, because we don't want to be here, sway back. So take your hands, tip your pelvis, okay, tip your pelvis, and when you do that, you're squeeze your glute. So you should feel that hip flexor stretch right there, right, in the right side. And just lean forward just slightly, not a big lean forward. Bring the arms up, overhead, and then back down, okay? Then rock yourself forward. Release out of it, and then do that again. Pelvic tilt forward, squeeze, slight lean forward, bring the arms up. And back, one more time. Release out of it, okay? Tip the pelvis, squeeze that glute. Slight lean forward, bring the arms up, and back down. Nice job. Now we're going to sit back on our heels. So staying here in this same position, tip the pelvis, okay? So we still want to be nice and tight, have that glute, and we're going to rock back into a hamstring stretch there. So rock back onto that right heel and stretch it out. Come back to the top, reset. Rock back, sit back into it. Come back to the top, rock yourself back, or tip the pelvis in, then rock back and hold. And bring it up. Nice job. Very good. All right, let's switch sides. So now the left knee is going to go down, and the right knee is going to come up. Okay, we're going to focus on tipping the pelvis here. We don't want to go, it's not too far. So you don't want to be way out here stretching, okay? You're not going to feel it as much in your hip flexor. Stay tucked in, okay? Stay at 90 degrees is good. Tip the pelvis, stay in that nice strong spine, and then a slight lean forward. Just tipping that pelvis, you should feel in your hamstring, okay? Bring the arms up. Or not your hamstring, your hip flexor. Hamstrings are not yet. All right, take it back, relax, tuck it in. Abs are engaged too. So when you tip that pelvis, your abs should turn on. That left glute fires. Tip, take it back, tip, slight lean forward, arms up, and back, nice job, okay? Re-tip, and now we're going to sit back. Now the hamstring. Okay, so we're going to sit back. Oops, I like to put my toes up and then sit back onto the heel. And drive forward. And sit back. Hold it here. And drive forward. And just try to get that leg to straighten out as much as you can. My hamstrings are pretty tight, so mine is not straightening out all the way. But if you can, awesome. And drive forward. Nice job. Okay, so now we are going to come to our bench, couch, whatever it is, ottoman, and take your foot. So let's go. I'm going to go put my left foot up on here so you can see it on that side. Left foot is on. So then my right foot, I'm just going to bring it out, bent 90 degrees here. Okay. So now, not only are you feeling in that hip flexor, but you should feel a super stretch through your quads too. All right here in this position. So we're gonna hold here nice and tight. If at any point this is bugging your knee or this is just too much of a stretch, go down lower. So stack up some pillows or do something just a little bit lower in this position. All right, so up nice and tall, kind of what we did before. We're gonna do it again. So tip the pelvis. Ooh, feel that turn on there? All right, slight lean forward. Bring those arms up. And back. Okay, so we're just going a little bit deeper into this stretch. Tip the pelvis, slightly forward, on up. and back. And you can do a hand in the front, hand in the back to kind of help you figure out where that position is too. Slightly forward, arms up, and down. Nice job. Come back to neutral. Okay, relax, tip the pelvis. And now we're gonna rotate side to side. So take your left hand and just rotate it over the top of your right leg. And then rotate to the other side. Here's the deal though, you have to keep your pelvis tucked and stay tight because otherwise you're turning your hips. And you can probably rotate pretty far if you're turning your hips. If you're tucked in, this is as far as I can get without turning my hips, okay? With keeping my pelvis tucked and staying here. Let's do one more time on each side. If I let things go, I can rotate pretty far. Last one. Nice job. All right, bring those hands down and let's switch sides. Okay, so the other, now your right foot is up, left foot is out. Under here, okay. Tip the pelvis, okay. Squeeze that glute too, that right glute. And slight lean forward, arms up. Good job. Rock it back. Tip, slight lean forward. Man, if your quads are tight, you're feeling this. Hence my quads are tight, I'm feeling this. Tip it, slightly forward, arms up. And back. All right, here's that rotation, side to side rotation. Okay, so re-tip. And now you're gonna take your right hand, cross over the left, back to the center, left hand turns. Remember, pelvis is tipped, glute is engaged, and you're probably not going to get that far, but you are rotating side to side. Want our hips staying forward. Last one. I think I did an extra one on this one. Side to side. Nice. And back to the center. Okay, go ahead and bring your foot off that bench. All right, we've got two more for the for opening up the hips there and the glutes, and then we're gonna activate those glutes. So now let's go left foot up, right leg is down, and you're gonna bring your leg out just about 45 degrees here, okay? And we're just going to tilt into that. So we're gonna laterally move into it, all right? So tip again, okay? Squeeze your glutes, activate those glutes, and you're just gonna slight lean into that left side, to the left. And then come back, slight lean. We're just gonna hold it for a couple seconds. And come back. All right, now let's take it a little bit deeper. So now we're gonna slight lean, and we're gonna bring the right arm up, left arm down. And back. And let's do that again. Okay, so make sure you're tucked. Slight lean. That's not a big lean, just a slight lean. You want to keep everything lined up where it's supposed to be. One more time. And back. Nice job. Let's go to the other side. Okay, so here's front, 45 degrees. We're not going all the way out. We'll get there. We're not all the way out. We're just at 45 degrees right now. Okay. So tip everything in, tip the pelvis, squeeze, glute, rock forward, or rock 45 degrees, I guess. Going lateral, and back. Staying up nice and tall, so my abs are engaged, staying here, and back. Let's go one more time. Slightly forward, and keeping that knee pressed out, and back. Okay, so let's go deeper into it. So left hand is gonna go up, right hand down, and back. So when we come back, think of it as a reset. It's a chance to reset every time. Left hand presses to the ceiling, right hand down, and back. One more time, tuck, squeeze, and back. Nice job. Flip sides. Okay, so my knee is in front. Now I'm coming all the way out to the side. So this is the good old Captain Morgan pose, right? So now my left leg is up. So you're gonna take your left hand and just press into that left knee, inside of that left knee there, and just open the hip up even more. Okay, so you're just gently pressing, all right? Pressing here. We can add the arm in. And bring it down. And let's switch sides. Okay, forward. Captain Morgan. Press on the leg, but press first. Press and open it. I feel that hip getting a little bit more open. You go left hand, lean over. And back. All right, one more time on each side. Center, then open. Those hips should feel really good right now. All right, open, turn. And back. Last one. Center, rotate it over, push, hand up. Look up towards the ceiling. Still pushing out. And back down. Nice job. Okay, come down to the floor. Here comes some of those hip bridges. So come down to your mat, lying on your back. All right, so these, we are ready for these, right? Okay, so your fingertips should reach just right at your heels here. Tip the pelvis and then come up into that hip bridge and back down. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Let's do 2 more and then we're going to hold it up to the top. Squeeze and lift. 1 more, squeeze and lift. Okay, hold it up. Now up at the top, just hold here. Hold, squeeze nice and tight. And let's go a little pulse. So you're going to drop it down just a tiny bit and then pulse up. Tiny, pulse, tiny, pulse. Good, tiny, pulse. Glutes are activated, right? You're feeling them, okay? Our hips are loose. We're feeling good. Hold. Got a nice straight spine here. It's all about the glutes. Okay, drop it down and up, down, up. 1 more, down, up, and slowly bring it down. Cross it to the left leg. Cross your left leg over top and pick it up and hold. Just hold here. Drop it down. So you're in that like figure 4 position. Bring it up. So it's the right glute that's holding you up here. Now let's add a little pressure onto that left side and push it down. And drop down. 1 more time. We're going to do both. Okay. So holding it up here and now pulling down. We're using that hip flexor. Pull down. And drop down. Switch to the other side. Cross it over. Come up and hold first. So focus on now that left glute. Holding you up. Drop down. Now come up. Left glute is holding. Now I'm going to take my right hand and press inner thigh on my right leg. Press it down. And drop down. Okay, 1 more time. Lift and squeeze. Push down, holding up left. And drop down. Nice job. Let's just hug those knees in. Hug them in. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog barking, but I don't know what to set her off, but she is not happy. All right, extend those legs up, roll it out, turn yourself over into your plank position. Okay, so from here, we're gonna pop up into our plank, squeezing nice and tight. Hold nice tight plank, so squeeze your glutes, draw your belly button in. Everything is super tight. Just bring your hands into the floor and pulling those shoulders down your backside. We're gonna do some more upper body rotation here. Shift the hips up into your downward dog position and take your feet out a little wider than shoulder width apart. Turn this way. Okay, wider than shoulder width apart. Turn your toes out here in this position, so they should be wide enough apart that you can bring your hands down flat to the floor. All right. So here, we're going to leave our right hand on the floor. You're going to take your left arm up to the ceiling and bring it back down. Now take your right arm up to the ceiling And bring it back down. Let's go through that. We're gonna go through it 2 more times actually. And down. Other side. And down. 1 more time. Up. Left arm goes up. And down. Right arm. And back. So remember our hips that we're staying right in the center. We're just rotating through the spine. So now let's take our left hands and walk them over to our left foot. You're going to walk all the way over so your right hand touches your left foot. And now bring that left arm up in the air. Ooh, it just got a little deeper. And bring it down. Now walk it all the way over to the other side. Okay, so now the left hand comes on top of your right foot and right hand goes in the air. Opening things up today. Walk it back 1 more time on this one. Walk all the way back over to the left. Right hand goes on top of the foot. Left arm up. Bring it down. Walk it all the way back. Left hand is on top. Rotating right. And bring it all the way back up. All right, walk those hands out to your plank position. Walk the feet back in. Hold your plank nice and tight. Squeeze, hold. Nice strong plank here. Draw everything in nice and tight. And drop the knees. Sit back into your child's pose position. Take a couple of good deep breaths here. Hold. Okay, now push your hand or push yourself back up to all fours. We're gonna flip back over to our back, and I want to do some wall slides on the floor. So roll back onto your back. You're gonna take your hands. So if you think of wall slides, you'd be back against the wall, arms are in goal post position, and you're sliding up and back down, right? Okay, so let's just transfer that onto the floor. So bend your knees 90 degrees. So this is gonna give us an opportunity to push that back down into the ground, draw it in, down to the ground, bring the arms to the floor. Okay, so your elbows should be touching, the back side of your hand should be touching, and your back is all on the floor, and your head and shoulders all on the floor. You're gonna slide those arms up, straighten them out, and then pull them back down. And when you're pulling them back down, think about your shoulder blades pulling, your lat muscles pulling your arms back down. Okay, so we slide them up, and then pull them back down. And my pelvis is tipped, pressing my back into the ground, abs are engaged, pull it back down. Keep those hands on the floor, slide it up. Some good shoulder mobility here. Pull, back down. Pull it up. One more time. Pull it back down. All right, now keep in that goal post position right there. Keep your elbows on the floor, and you're just gonna sweep them up, kind of like a windshield wiper, and then back down. Up, and back down. Some movement here. Up, and down. One more. Up, and down. Okay, bring those arms in. This leaves us right here in good position for our dead bug. So bring your arms up 90 degrees. Push that back down. Arms straight up here. And we're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg. And then we're going to hold it and really focus on squeezing that glute and keep our back pressed down. So let's go left hand, right leg, extends out. Stop from my bench. Okay, extends out. Hold, squeeze. So super squeeze on that right glute there. Hold it. Hold. And then big exhale. And bring it back in. And now let's go to the other side. Extend it out. Squeeze the left glute. And bring it back. Other side. Squeeze. I want you to hold it for about a second. Other side. We're going to do one more on each side. Extend it out. One more. Nice job. Now you're just going to take those hands and slide, sneak in a little bit of abs here. Slide it down your quads, okay, pushing against your quads. Pushing your back down, so that's what's so important about the dead bug, is teaching you to press your back down and scoop your belly button in, engage there. So you're going to push against your legs, push against your quads there, and then your quads are going to push back into your hands and create that tension there. Nobody can pull you apart. Hold here. Just hold. Now from here, I want you to lift your head and shoulders off the floor. So lift, head and shoulders off the floor. We're still pushing. We're still super, super tight. And let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in this position right here. Now extend your left leg out and tuck in and grab your knee on the right. But I still want tension in your abs. So I still want your head and shoulders off the floor. Okay, we're pulling that knee in. Nice little stretch there in the flexor. In the hamstring. I don't know why I keep switching those two around today. Okay, now extend that leg straight up. Still haven't set our head and shoulders down. But we're taking that stretch a little bit deeper. The leg is straight. I'm going to point the toes back at my nose. That left leg also is not touching the floor. I don't think I mentioned that, but it's 1 inch off the floor. So if you're set down on the floor, bring it up. Okay, switch sides. So now I'm tucking in my left. My right is extended out. Okay, head and shoulders are off the floor. At any time, if you need to, definitely calm down, reset. But otherwise, you're holding here, your abs are engaged, your back is pressed down. Now let's extend that arm, leg up. Hold it here. Nice job. Tuck it in. Bring both legs in. Go ahead and set the upper body down. Grab onto those knees again. And I want you to pull them out just a little bit wider. Pull them out wide, and then rock side to side. And go ahead and set those legs down. Extend them out long, and we're going to go into our coffin roll up. Bring your arms above your head and roll yourself all the way up. Reach for those toes. Hold here. And roll it back, come to a comfortable seated position. I'm going to leave you with, we're just going to do a real quick neck stretch. The one that's my favorite that from when we did them last week, I think it was. So let's first start just looking side to side. So I want you to look to the right and then look to the left. Just kind of see where you're at. One more time, look to the right and look to the left. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so here's what I love. We're gonna think about taking the left ear up to the ceiling. So you're gonna pull that ear up to the ceiling. So I'm gonna drop my head towards the right, but I'm gonna pull my ear up to the ceiling. Here, I'm pulling it up. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the other side. And now I'm gonna pull my right ear up to the ceiling. So doing that, you should feel a nice long stretch through here. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other side. So whether you're sitting or standing here, we're gonna take it just a little bit deeper. So that hand of the side that you're leaning to, I want you to push it down, okay? So I'm gonna pull my left ear up, and I'm gonna take my left hand and push it down. Remember, the focus is on pulling the ear up, not so much pulling the right ear down, but pulling the left ear up. Bring it it back to the center. Okay, so we're going deeper on this other side too. So now my right ear, I'm pulling it up and I'm gonna push my right hand down. And then I'm gonna bring it back to the center. So that's a really good one to do in the morning when you wake up. All right, you guys, take a big breath in. Reach up for the ceiling, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, let it all down. We are done. Nice job, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for doing some mobility and working on your body today.
Thank you, Cathy.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Cathy.
You're welcome. I'll see you later.